Hello dear friends, I welcome you all in the storytelling session for 5th to 7th standard students. These stories are from Panchatantra. So, my dear friends, today's story title is The Mouse Girl and the Sage Story. There was a sage residing in a small hut in the forest. Each and every morning he would visit the river to offer his prayer to the sun god. One early morning, while he was praying, his palm wide open and stretched, he sensed something dropping into him. Then he opened his eyes. He saw a small mouse. The mouse was frightened that the sage might drop him into the water, but the kind sage offered the mouse to safety and asked her what had happened. The mouse says, I was wandering in the forest when an eagle swooped upon me and tagged me away. While flying over the river, he must have felt exhausted, so he let go of me. Dear sage, please take me to your house and save me from the clutches of some other preying wild birds. The sage thought for a second, and after that, with his marvelous power, converted the mouse into a lovely girl child. He took the child to his hut. As he had no kids for many years, the beautiful girl was loved and cared for by the sage and his wife. Many years passed, and it was time for the girl to get married. The sage asked the girl whom she wished to get married. The mouse, in the form of the girl, said, I wish to marry the mightiest person in the world. The sage took her to the sun god. The girl questioned the sun god, Are you the mightiest? The sun smiled and said, I am mighty, although not the mightiest. The god of the cloud is mightier compared to me. He can hide me whenever he feels like it. When the sage and the girl meet the god of wind, he said, the god of the mountain is mightier compared to me. He is so large that he can stop me anytime he wishes. Finally, the sage decided to go to meet the god of mountain, but he gave them an amazing answer. He said, O holy sage, I am mighty. However, a little animal like the mouse may dig a hole in me. So I think that the king of the mice is the mightiest. Listening to this, the girl was very happy. In fact, she was a mouse herself. So the sage changed her back into the mouse and married her to the king of the mice, and they lived happily ever after. So, my dear friends, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, however great one may become, the one should never forget one's root. Means that the only one who never forget their root, they only can become great. That's all for today's story. Thank you and have a nice